Okay, so next we have Alan Leangvan. Alan? Welcome. Alan.
I don't know, break things. Oh, that's beautiful.
Actually have a good microphone.
Feels like it's been forever. How is everyone tonight?
Woo!
You look great.
Oh, thank you so much. You all look beautiful as well. Always. Alright, so I'm going to do 3 poems, and I'm going to slowly work my way up to what you guys all know me for, which is slam poetry. I'm going to start with a little soft and work my way up. And the third one's going to be, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, I promise. I'll just jump into it. First one is called Young Ones. Those hands were young ones. They knew the feel of wood hugging graphite, of hot tea burning soft skin through that one favorite mug, and the daily stroll across hairlines when ideas refused to become words. They gripped and wrote and grew and wrote and became calloused. But they wrote. Those eyes were young ones. They sipped oceans of scenery, watched time do the job it's so well known for, and saw every flavor of tear in vibrant color, albeit a little blurry sometimes. Those hazelnut windows have seen so much. Now they blink a little slower, but they still stare at old books sometimes and forget to blink altogether. Those hands are tired today, and those eyes haven't been parched in ages. Now, calloused hands hold much smaller hands, and blurry eyes watch time work far too quickly. But a smile forms while sipping tea that's always either too hot or cold from that one favorite mug, because those hands were young ones. And now, someone else knows the feel of wood-hugging graphite. Time to amp up the energy a little bit. This one, some of you may have heard before. I think I did it last time, whenever the last time I was here was. I don't know. If you haven't seen me around, blame school. School. This one's called My Story. It's about me. All right. I want to tell you something amazing. A universe on paper, sold to your eyes for the low, low price of how long can you keep reading? I want to tell you my pencil races across paper like a blind madman who knows exactly where he wants to go, even if he takes a while getting there. I want to tell you my fingertips dance across keyboards and my hands hold onto ideas as easily as neatly stacked piles of final drafts. I want to tell you this heart never breaks rhythm when it sings on paper. I want to. I really, really want to. But that isn't my story. My story is a planet still forming. A rock still learning to spin the endless expanse of language, sold to your eyes for the low, low price of whatever the cover charge happens to be. My story is a pencil timidly feeling its way across 8.5 by 11-inch deserts that just don't seem to end sometimes. My fingertips fault and fumble trying to cha-cha and shimmy words from a keyboard, and my hands grasp at ideas falling everywhere like hills of unedited rough drafts that I'll finish eventually, I swear. My heart shivers and forgets rhythm when it negotiates with paper. So, I'm sorry. I want to tell you something amazing. I really, really want to. But that isn't my story. Alright, this next one is a full-on spoken word slam poem. I always feel bad doing these here because I feel like I'm yelling, because I am. But yeah, this one, a little bit of a sensitivity warning. It is about a very sensitive topic. With all the advances in just humankind and science and technology, I can with a few clicks on my phone send a link to somebody halfway across the planet and share a funny cat video with them, and it would take 4 seconds. That's amazing. So technologically, as a species, we've come really far, but that kind of makes it easy to forget that as people, as society, sometimes we still have a ways to go. Oftentimes, the victims of drug abuse, alcohol abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, the victims of being ignored in society are people with mental disabilities. And I don't know where this came from, but sometimes it's easier to just say, tell someone to go away because they're a weirdo than to actually sit down and talk with them and put the effort into understanding them. And I think a lot of people in society get ignored when they really shouldn't. They're people too, and just because they can't get their ideas across doesn't mean they're any less of a person. So I wrote a little something about that, called Constellations. T minus 10 seconds. 10. That's how long he stares at his medium coffee. No sugar, no cream. He just watches the steam rise up towards the stratosphere he dreams of every day. 5. Times he sat in that same chair, black drink, bland taste, can't think, blank stare, calloused fingers comb through brown hair, but no matter how tight the fist, he can't get a grip, so he just sits there, staring, stirring his little void, wishing for galaxies to form. Maybe thrift store jackets do too good of a job covering up his pain, but when children point and laugh, he feels every needle in his heart begin to vibrate. A planet supposedly home to everyone feels lonelier with each snicker that sneaks across empty space. Blind judgment soars across the room faster than ignorance, impacting his chest, leaving a crater in his self-esteem deep enough to bury himself in, large enough to bury every version of himself he wishes he could be because blind hatred only sees what it wants to see, and trapped in his own head. No one can hear him screaming. Human language never slides off his tongue tastefully. Thoughts jumble in his mouth like alien text when his teeth try to translate, and the social atmosphere never quite fills his lungs with the correct mixture of 2 parts understanding and 1 part patience. They point and laugh. His voice chokes on air and his smile speaks silence because every insult's already broken the sound barrier. So he just sits there, staring, stirring his little void, daydreaming of the night sky, wishing he was a spaceman. Just like how the shuttle Columbia disintegrated on re-entry due to faulty insulation, how Challenger exploded on liftoff due to 1 faulty part, our astronaut tried to insulate his heart, but pieces of it broke off, cutting into his flesh. When he was born, standard tests said he would never have the brain capacity of an adult. They chose to define him by 1 tiny fault, but numbers don't measure a person's value. They can only count the number of times someone's eyes told their lips to whisper creep whenever he walked by. They can count the number of hours he spent in padded rooms because no one wanted to talk to him, the number of pills they fed to keep him normal, the number of bloody knuckle prints I left on walls when the phone call came in telling me he overdosed. I guess his liver was having chats with society and they shared notes because it failed him too. My beloved spaceman, I'm so sorry we didn't do better. I'm sorry you suffocated in this vacuum we created. I'm sorry that when you closed your doors, we didn't even think to knock. I am so sorry that people are finally going to learn your name when they read your tombstone. My beloved spaceman, I promise, next time we'll do better. I will still visit you every day, tell your story under every night sky, and I hope you find what we couldn't give you here on Earth. A constellation. A home.
Wow.
Alan,
Yes?
you are the reason I should not wear mascara, okay? Because you always, well, yeah.
I'm sorry again.
Yeah, sorry again, okay, ruined my, no, honestly.
Ella, that was beautiful.
No, honestly, and you know, the thing that I have one huge problem with Mykonos open mic poetry. I always want to hear things a second time. Like I always just wish I could hear it another time because the second time I hear it better than the first time. Anyways, what? Oh, okay, I can watch the video. But it's not exactly the same, right? Because the first time, like, there's so many people tonight think, oh, I wish I could just hear it again. Alan, oh, wow, okay, thank you. These beautiful young people.